DMV Sports 3, this is how we do it. This is how we chop it up every day, all
man.
the time. We chop it up just like this, y'all.
Like he the only one busy.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't the only one busy,
my
man.
boys get the information they need.
We all got jobs. We all working hard. And you jump in talking about, man, I'm busy. Oh, really? Wow. Sorry, Deacon. You're busy.
Hey. Oh man, look, Twitter, look, Facebook, YouTube, all the Twitter, IG. We're talking about the Washington football team today. We're talking about lineup, where we right, where we wrong. You know, what's the strengths and weaknesses in our team. We all know that Tracy thinks he's always right. But we're going to talk about that today. But before we do that, what do you always say, guys?
He said it right.
Let's get it.
In DC, the K Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. DC, it's taxation with no representation. Half the time the government out on vacation.
All right, y'all, we back. The music is hitting. We're talking about the Washington football team.
Right.
Was we right on our who we picked on our team? Our 52, our starting 52. Were we right? I'm gonna start with the man that's always think he right, Trey Z. Were we right?
Of course. So here's how it goes down. We knew. Shout out to Ref the District for allowing Mr. Always Right to come on their show to break down the quarterbacks, and I was correct. And again, we know that that's right. Hey, look, they gave the old man the easy job. Shout out to Ref the District once again for an opportunity. And I appreciate the deference of letting the old man get probably the easiest position. Hey, look, I had the big fat crayon you got when you was a kid. It was only like 4 colors in the box because it's so big, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, them young cats, man, they get all the stats, man. They talk about their shoe size, blood type and all that. I can't keep up, but we was correct. We knew that the 3-man quarterback position. Now, as we was talking, we did admit that there was some players that was in jeopardy. And the way Barber was playing, I think all 3 of us unanimously said, ooh, that's not looking good.
Listen, if they put Patterson in the game and Barber in the game, you're setting Barber up to fail if that position is up for grabs.
I think Barber's already done, homie.
Yeah, I think
you got Barber?
I don't. I'm just cutting.
So that was no surprise with Mr. Barber. And shout out to my cousin Barber. Hey, look, man, I know somebody's going to pick you up, man. I see the potential in you, sir. Stay strong, man. But he got cut. Patterson made it. The who, Big Al? Patterson. Who's Patterson, Big Al?
The water bug.
And who said it first? Who said it first?
DMV Sports 3, the OGs of the DMV said it first, baby. The water bug. He made the team. He is the second back. He's our second back. He's our short yardage back, too. So, hey, the water bug.
I don't know if he's second back, Deacon. I don't.
I gave him a raise and everything.
Hey, man,
Al boosted him up.
Second back, baby.
Now, Al is Mr. Deep Dive. I just wanted to timestamp the fact that Mr. Waterbug did make the squad.
Let me just say this, though. If you ever get somewhere where you need some life, some energy, Al is the biggest hype man there is. Now, he might get you in trouble with that hype.
Many times. I think I remember getting knocked out because Al was in the back. Like, you gonna let him talk to you like that? No.
Yeah, the water bug, baby.
Oh, water bug. The water bug, baby.
In the 53. Now, I'm going to say that we were also correct when we also said, and Deacon will hopefully pull it up, that our man, and we loved him last year, but Reeves was in jeopardy based on who we saw in the backfield. And again, that wasn't any surprise. We called that out. OGs were correct. And we also thought that we all liked him. I think everybody liked him because he was who? He was the People's
People's
Corner.
People's Corner.
Mr. Moreland.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I
right.
was watching another podcast, great show. They have definitely Moreland making the squad. So I'm really eager to look at their reaction to that particular cut. But Mr. Moreland didn't make it, and he hasn't been picked up yet.
So you said Jimmy Moreland should start because it's his birthday, huh?
Jimmy Moreland should start just because he's fighting for a position.
And the funniest thing, the guy that actually got picked up by somebody, I guess that's the reason why he survived so long here in Washington, because it's something that he does off camera that obviously amazes coaches. I don't know if it's bribes.
What is it, Jay-Z?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just details cars so well. I don't know. But what I do know is he got picked up, and that's Steven Montez. Mr. Deer eyes and the tail and the headlights, you know, when he was about to go into that game, he looked at, I was like, oh, he's about to throw up right now. And when Heineke said that he can go, he was like, oh, thank God. Went back to his hot dog and finished his, the game. But he's picked up. And so also who got signed recently by Pittsburgh is Mr. Steven Sims. Steven Sims. He went to Buffalo, very short-lived in Buffalo. I don't know if he even got off the plane. They just detoured the plane straight to Pittsburgh. And now he's a Steeler with Mr. Haskins. So those were surprises as far as their transition to the next level. What you got to say, Deacon?
I'll just say, Wayne ain't leaving nobody behind, man. Ain't nobody behind. He gonna get his boy right.
Wayne made the team.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne made
Quarterback
the team.
number 3.
Yeah.
Dobbs got hurt in that last one, so that made it easy for him. So he's on IR, but he's on the practice squad. But yeah, man, I like that though. Can bring a man up. You saw he got cut. You know, that's probably his best connection. You know,
I think it was his best connection. Yeah.
So I mean, you got to put people on where you can get them on.
That's right.
And apparently, Tomlin is Mr. Fix-It man. He gonna get them boys right over there.
You're gonna see.
But we were right on a whole bunch of stuff. So we had Peyton Barber, because we were saying Peyton Barber was on the chopping block. Reeves was on chopping block. Moreland was on the chopping block.
I said that.
What about Samus Reyes? We call Samus Reyes, didn't we call him?
Well, I don't know. I said he was going to be on the practice squad.
I did too. Actually, I thought that only because he was such a phenomenon and everybody loved him. And I like him. But I didn't think he needed to be starting right now. I thought that he definitely needed to work. But obviously, this guy...
You know what might have happened is the coaches might have thought that if they cut Samus Reyes, somebody was going to pick him up. Mm-hmm. So they kept him and cut Ricky Seals-Jones, which nobody picked up.
Right.
So they got him back on the practice squad. So now they got all 4 that tight ends still.
Right.
So they had reversed that and put Samus on the chopping block. Somebody might have yanked him up, you know. Right. So it might have been a finesse type of thing.
Right. Well, shout out to Lake Lewis, who gave us the inside scoop. He did say that Mr. Reyes was out there performing and impressing people.
No. What he said was the coaches really like him.
And that says a lot, right? Al? Right, Big Al?
It's called politics. It's called politics.
That says a lot, Big Al. If Scott Turner likes you.
That's right. He's making plans for him, baby. Hey, where are we strong and where are we weak at? Where are we strong, where are we weak at on this 15-man roster? Starting this season out, where are we strong and where are we weak at? Let's start with the strength.
Are we going to talk, we talking position specific?
No, just team-wide. The strength, it can be position, yeah, it can be. And where are we weak at?
Gotcha.
Deacon, start with the strength. Deacon, start with the strength. Well, we're talking about positive strength.
You know, the interesting thing is we were all bullish on our deep roster. We thought we had a heck of a team, and there was going to be some people who could barely make the team, and some people who we thought were going to get cut that, you know, can really play. You know, the funny thing is that when we cut everybody, only one person got picked up. We were able to bring everybody back that we want to. And I think Moreland's still hanging out there.
That's
I think
interesting.
he's on injury reserve still, but I'm not sure if he's gonna get picked up. I'm kind of that's I was expecting a couple of people not to be able to be picked up, but they were just hanging around like, hey, I'm just out here, dog. Ain't nobody picking me up. They cleared waivers like it was nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean,
That's interesting.
That's for one thing. That's rough.
That's
But
interesting.
as far as our strength, is probably still our wide receivers on offense, man. These guys are our strength.
You think so?
Yeah, gotta be, man.
Don't agree. I don't agree.
Well, of course you don't.
No, it's not. It's not because I don't
agree.
It's not because I don't. Hey,
why would you do that?
Listen. I always bring the data, and not only that, I just happen to be always right. And when I say that, I say wide receivers is our strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is our strength?
McLaurin.
No,
I haven't seen Samuels yet.
Come on, we know how he played though. Come on, we know how he played. Come on.
Yeah, but is he? We knew how Landon Collins played.
Yeah, and he's fired up this year.
And so what I'm saying. Okay, wait a minute. Listen to me. I'm just trying to explain. The next receiver, what we got? Humphreys.
I ain't worried about Humphreys.
You better because
Humphreys is our starter.
He's right. He's our starter.
I bet you don't start.
He's a slot guy. He's our slot guy.
So is Curtis Samuels. Curtis Samuels is a slot guy.
Curtis Samuels probably won't touch the field the game for.
Come on, man. Stop.
Come on, man. We just finished talking about what's happening with the Wizards, and I'm not okay. Anyway, then you got
this was mine. This was mine. I said that
I'm breaking it down.
Receivers,
but you wrong all the time.
So
statement.
Since we talking about strengths on offense, what's our strength on offense?
Oh, Joe, our strength on offense is running back. It's running back. That's our strength on offense. You can depend on Gibson. You can't listen.
You can depend on Terry.
Yeah, and you can depend on Terry.
Give me another one.
There is no other one. Maybe Logan. No, I take it back. Logan Thomas. But outside of what and my hopes is that this offensive line stays healthy, then you could probably depend on them. But the receivers are probably the weakest on offense, as well as our quarterbacks is going to be detrimental. Quarterback by committee, gentlemen. I called it. That's what we're going to do. Fitzmagic is going to be tragic eventually. I saw it in the second game. He did not look sharp at all. I wish you had watched it, Big Al. Unfortunately, you would have seen what I was talking about, which is the reason why Mr. Deacon was wrong when he said AGG looked good. Remember, I told you he didn't. And where is AGG?
Did.
No, he did not.
Come on.
That Bama. When I say he's supposed to catch the ball when they put it in your hands, he wasn't Sims, no, but the ball was placed in his hands. He was still right.
There's also a difference between catching the ball in traffic and catching the ball when you're wide open. That game to do was catching the ball in traffic. You can't be a bad receiver if you're catching the ball when dude's draped on your back.
With Deacon. Meanwhile, he got cut though.
He got cut.
So we picked him back up.
He got cut is what he said, Big Al. Of course,
because he was the worst of their best. What do you want me to do? I didn't say he was gonna make the team.
He was worse than Cam Sims at that time.
Yeah.
Cam Sims ain't showed me nothing this preseason.
But Cam Sims got a record though. This guy doesn't.
Oh, okay. So does Samuels. Well, we'll see.
All right,
that's what I'm saying. He made the team too.
Trey said is McKissick and Gibson are the strength for the offense.
I said Gibson, and I guess McKissick, but I didn't see a whole lot of him in the preseason. I'm hoping that his sophomore, is it sophomore? I don't know about McKissick, but whatever it is that he continues to do what he has doing. Yeah. So with that being said, I could throw him in there. We knew Barber was going, enter Patterson. But our running backs, unfortunately, and I didn't want them to be, but it seems like our running backs. And in our tight end situation, I'm hoping I think Big Al was absolutely right with Sammis Reyes being a hell of a blocker and a monster. That was the reason why he made it. So maybe they'll shift his, performance to go, I'm a pancake Bamas and follow me, Gibson. And that's going to be his job. And then maybe every now and then get a pass. then I can see where the tight ends are going to. You know,
long as the quarterback tells him what to do when he breaks the huddle.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be nervous. He's gonna be nervous. He's gonna be nervous.
Yeah.
Well, my strength on offense is going to be the offensive line. It hasn't been proven yet, but I want to say it's the offensive line. And I'm kind of agreeing a little bit with Trey Z. I think we have to have a strong run game. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to be Fitzmagic going to be our strength, but it looks like it's not. Everybody, and it looks like it's not.
What did he say?
I thought it was going to be Fitzmagic going to be our strength, but it looks like it's not. Everybody, and it looks like it's not. So that means we're going to have a strong run game with a good offensive line. So I'm going with the offensive line.
So you
projecting offensively.
Okay. I thought we were going off what we are, not what we're projecting to be.
I'm going by projection. I think it's offensive line.
Because we all listen. If we don't have a good offensive line, then it really doesn't really matter.
That's true.
It really doesn't matter what's going on.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So defensively,
Barry Sanders back there.
Stafford played without having a good offensive line.
He did. Detroit. Yep, he did. He didn't have a good offensive line. Stafford did.
How many times have they been to the playoffs?
No, I'm just saying, but he played well.
Saying.
His quarterback pedigree, and if you put Stafford next to Fitzpatrick, nobody's choosing Fitzpatrick. So I'm saying that
but his line was just as bad though.
That's called talent. And what I'm saying is that I said position, and unfortunately our position at quarterback, and not that Heineke is horrible, but he's Heineke. He has to still prove himself. And of course we have to pretty much just kind of know that Kyle Allen just is the Colt McCoy of
he's definitely Colt McCoy. He's definitely Colt. I think he proved that the last scrimmage.
No question.
If Cam Newton was willing to be a backup number 3. Bring him in. Bring him in because we don't need Kyle Allen, man.
Won't happen, but I feel you on that.
All right, so we all know defensively where our strength is at. Where is our strength? We all know in this defensive line. We can agree to that one, right? Defensive line is our strength on defensively. Now, on defense, Tracy, where's our weakness?
Still the linebackers. I mean, we put some changes in there, but the linebackers are still our weakest link. I think our safeties have improved tremendously. I think we have a solid group of safeties. And now that Apke made the team, and it's going to be an awesome corner. I'm sorry.
Leave Apke alone, man.
I'm happy for Rivera, and I guess Del Rio and all the guys. They love that versatility. So he is you know who he is? He's our what was his name? Lorenzo Alexander.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's that guy. Maybe not as much talent, but he's Mr. Versatile. You can put him anywhere, and because of his speed and his athleticism, and hopefully with some coaching, Apke might surprise people. That I mean, that shift saved his position. I just had to say that. But linebackers, we just don't have. What I was very disappointed we didn't have. I wasn't impressed with our backups. Now I don't know who fell second string or third or fourth, but when our first string wasn't in there, it became just this hodgepodge mess. That's especially now. I know Baltimore played its first string, but when you get a chance to get in the game, 9 times out of 10, that's who you're gonna be facing. So with that being said, I hope that nobody goes down and gets injured in our linebackers, because I just did not see anybody just like stand out like, ooh, this guy right here is at least participating. It was just a free for all. I stopped watching it. I did. Stop watching the preseason. I don't do that, but I
believe all them dudes got cut.
Every one of them got cut.
Yeah.
Well, two of them made the practice squad, and I thought one of them was one of the most horrendous dudes, just overshooting all the time. He's on the practice squad, so hopefully he gets a practice. But when you have professional practice, it's not like when we used to put the mouthpieces in practice. It was like practice. He was like, man, this was like a game. Right. It's not like that no more. So I don't know how much improvement they're going to have outside of getting winded. I mean, getting their wind up. But outside of that, I don't know, man. It's just somebody go down, fellas. Our linebackers are going to be remind you.
Might be in trouble.
Might be.
I got a question for you, man. What do you think about our number 1 pick, our middle linebacker now, Jamin Davis? What do you think about it?
I don't know. It's gonna be up and down with that cat, man.
Were you disappointed with the preseason? The 2 games he played in preseason.
No, I wasn't necessarily disappointed. I just didn't see anything that was great.
Did he flash?
Or justify the number 1
draft
pick? I didn't see that. I mean, he looked like a fast Bostic. He wasn't really doing anything. He wasn't. I mean, he can run some people down. He's like Apke.
Jamie Davis apologized.
Jamie
apologized for that.
It is what it is, man. None of y'all can say what he did.
So you're right, but I can say this: it wasn't any play that it was like, wow. I don't think I remember back when LeVar Arrington rookie year when he got on the field. You saw like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow.
And it wasn't that. And so, but I saw improvement. I saw the first game where he was like, who, what, where, to, okay, no, I got it. He's developing. The more he's on the field,
I mean,
I think
that's what we keep going in the same good direction, man. That's all we can hope for.
I agree.
Because I mean, and this might be a Ron Rivera thing where he's not looking for flash. He's looking for a total team defense where everybody is kind of playing as a unit, and no one person is sticking out like a sore thumb that is the best or the best.
No.
Yeah, I hope he's not looking for that.
This is what I see.
No. He's looking for Luke. He said he was looking for Luke Kuechly or whatever. Was it Luke Kuechly or whatever?
Yeah. Well,
and this dude, he's not there yet. He's definitely not there yet. And I had Trey Z. Now there was a scenario during the draft where we could have got New England starting quarterback mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. And we all sat there.
That's
right.
And we could have easily got mac and cheese instead of this guy, Davis. Now, we could have easily got it. Will you be, I mean, it's a point, we might be, halfway through the season, we might be disappointed. We might be a little upset because we all picked mac and cheese as our number 1 pick, didn't we?
Yes.
You go back in our mock draft, we did. Our first mock
draft. Got mac and cheese. That was right.
So we all picked mac and cheese, and it looks like mac and cheese is proven to be a very good pick so far. We'll see when the season starts.
And he came out the gates running.
He flashed. Now Jamie Davis hasn't flashed yet, so I'm hoping
2 different positions though. Let's look at it that way. 2 different positions.
That's true.
Yeah, but in two different positions that we both need.
Yeah.
We needed a quarterback and we needed a
middle linebacker.
Really, Big Al, let me throw this at you. And I don't know how he's doing it. I don't even know where he went. But we actually they scooped Micah Parsons up before they got us, right?
Yeah, he's at the Cowboys.
They got Parsons and Jabril Cox.
But JOK had fell down there.
Yeah, he was there.
Jamin Davis, and it was one other person. And it was Zevin Collins, right?
Yeah.
All of them were there. And so I would like to see throughout this year the performances of Collins, JOK, and Davis, and see if that would be the wait a minute, we could have had one of those guys. I hope not. I don't.
He will always be pushed up against those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the people that we could have gotten and we didn't get. This seemed like a reach at the time because it wasn't on anybody's radar except for Lake Lewis.
No,
Lake said he saw it before the draft.
And Manny. Manny was all big, like, whoa, I like this guy, and I was like, better than JOK, So I was like, But we're gonna watch, and again, it's not necessarily they Washington football team players right now, so I'm all in. I want to make sure that everybody hear me, what it is. But I like Al's, provocative question, and when it comes to the fact that, and everybody knows the headlines, that mac and cheese kind of pushed Cam Newton, who, when we first started talking, back when Ron Rivera was coming to Washington, we knew our quarterback would be Cam Newton. He was going to pack up his bags and walk right in with his coach, and we were going Super Bowl, baby, behind the Superman. It's funny how he still pops up in our conversations, Mr. Newton. Even after being on the Patriots with one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in professional football, Bill Belichick, he now finds himself looking around. And the coach that took him to the promised land, at least to participate, is here with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, but I think
Heineke and Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen. He won't be dressing. But I think he pops up because we don't have a franchise quarterback, for one, and two, at least Cam has one time been an MVP. The guy we got, he's never been close to an MVP of the league. He's been to a Super Bowl. He hasn't even been to the playoffs. So there are differences. I mean, I'm with Stan Pat. I mean, this is what we have to ride out with for the rest of the year. Let's do that.
Let's go.
We needed to draft a quarterback last year so that he'll be practicing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right, by the fifth game if Mac and Cheese is playing great ball, I'm gonna be mad. Right now. If Mac and Cheese is playing
we
great
already
ball,
know. Al's gonna be mad. Al's gonna be mad that first game. Mac and Cheese go 300 yards. Al gonna be talking trash.
We'll have a podcast on that alone.
Hey, man, absolutely. Y'all ain't see Al angry. You wouldn't like it when he's angry. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what do y'all think about this? Let me pull this up real quick. Well, yeah, is this once again? We are the front runners.
All right. That's right.
Front four, huh?
That's right.
Front four. Number one, Washington.
Line too, man.
And I want you to make sure, folks, those are in the DMV sports and love the Washington football team, please take a look, take a screenshot. Have we ever been over Pittsburgh when it came to defense? Ever?
Just that last game, we kicked their ass last year.
Absolutely, no doubt. There was, and that might have done it.
That put us over the top.
All of these guys last year we whipped up on. Every last team. And so this is a awesome poster. I want it blown up, Deacon. And I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up. I'm hanging on my front door. But this is nice, man. This is nice.
Well, I guess this leads to one of my last questions on the football team. Are we as good as we think we are? Are we as good as we think we are?
Wow.
Look at that.
Al read his book on how to impress people with inquiry. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping the joints tonight, man. Oh, man. I love it, Big Al.
Hey, Deacon, can you answer that question for me? Are we as good as we think we are?
Probably not. I mean, as fans, we always think we're better. No, you know how it is. As fans, we always think we're better than we are. But what we are is better than last year. Absolutely. I will say that. And we won the division last year. So we have the number one schedule this year, which is a hard schedule, man. So I don't think we can really base. So no, we're not as good as we think we are. I'm saying because this schedule is rough, man. We may look worse than we actually are as a unit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we may look worse than we did last year because we're playing a stiffer competition this year, but we are moving in the right direction. And I don't think Ron is finished as far as picking up a middle linebacker either. I think we're gonna pick somebody. The one person I was surprised to see go as well is William Bradley King. They kept Shaka Toney, but William Bradley King flashed a little more than Shaka Toney did in the preseason. Now I don't know what's going on in the practice squad and all that stuff.
Well,
luckily we got him back. That's one of our picks that we picked in the 7th round, but we got him back. Also, Derek Forrest.
Yeah, we got him back too, right? We got him on the team
Forrest, no, he made the team.
Yeah, well,
he made the 53.
The coach said Shaka Toney plays special teams better.
Yeah, and that's probably Derek Forrest too.
Yeah, and Derek Forrest plays special teams better. And that's the reason why we kept Apke too, is because of special teams.
Which is going to be important because we know Sugarfoots is not going to bring it in. He's not going to be the person. So we're going to need individuals who are going to, once those guys catch the ball, you know, it's going to pin these guys deep because we're not going to get help offensively on special teams, and that's Sugarfoots. Honestly.
So they got Antonio Gibson as the number 7 back in the league. this year?
Number 7. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm surprised they got Saquon Barkley on it at all.
Now,
He played last year.
here's my only problem with this. Well, it's two problems with this list. One, I think Ezekiel stunk it up last year to be 5. Now, he's amazing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that. I don't talk good about hardly any Dallas player. But I hate to say that dude scares me, depending on which Ezekiel shows up. Now, right now, he's Mr. Fumbleitis, so that's great. And we got a whole lot of defensive players, and I hope that Del Rios are going to say, I don't care what you do. You punch, you scratch, you pull on that ball when Ezekiel get it so that he can drop that ball. He dropped one, it's a wrap. It's all in his head. He's done. Yeah. Now, the second thing I'm upset about, and I've seen this on a lot of lists, and I think it's kind of unfair to everybody else on the list, even Zeke, is how is Christian McCaffrey, who took a whole season off, and I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but was he that good to the point where he can ride out a whole season and still be number 1? I've seen that on
Dude was 80% of their offense.
I get it, but still, man, I'm like, the whole season, man. I mean, we've seen a lot like that. Nick Chubb, amazing. I mean, that guy. And where's my man? I know Derrick Henry. Now, Mr. The Machine is what I call him. I mean, he's just, how did you see Derrick Henry's season and still put? Now, I would have said, hey, Christian, because you were injured and you didn't play last year, I might have gave you the 10th, 11th, 12th spot because you were that good. But number 1, I don't understand. Help me understand that, man. Number 1.
Maybe they're going off of not just last year. Maybe they're going off of career thing.
Put Barry Sanders up there. Put Jim Brown up there.
Come on, these are current players, man. Current players.
Yeah, man. So, I got Alvin Kamara and Derrick Henry is my 1 and 2 over top, and then Dalvin Cook gets hurt a lot too, so I got him a little less than second too, man. So
I wouldn't have had him way up there.
Yeah, then I got Barkley is number 9 over DeAndre Swift.
He ain't really done nothing yet. He just has a lot of potential.
My point. So, and I guess that's the reason why Steven Montez is now on somebody else's squad, because potential is what he has. If you look at his college tapes, man, he got potential. But I feel bad for those other players who was healthy and ran their behinds off last year to have some players who were injured, and they still made the list. That's insulting to me. Now, am I excited that Gibson, he was even kind of in the middle? And I think that probably out of all the calls, that's where Gibson should be, because he was also injured. So, but he played at least in that season. And if he wasn't injured, I could see why they put him there, because he had the potential to keep going up. But for McCaffrey to be 1, maybe 3, but 1, and oh man, Derrick Henry.
Well, Trey, let's go back to the question though, real quick. I want to get your answer there. I got Deacon's question. He's saying we are not as good as we think we are. Are we as good as we think we are, Trey Z?
No, we're not, and I'm right. So here's what it is. We needed to see, and I think, remember, we said this. We were like, all right. On paper, we said it a couple of times. On paper, oh, wow. When we started finally getting those free agents, we were like, ooh, whoa, wow. On paper, we was amazing. We was phenomenal. And then doing preseason, first preseason game, we were like, ooh, okay, all right, rushed. Second preseason game, we realized, and I know a lot of people are digging deep when they hear what I'm about to say, but you can kind of see it's like, there's some glaring situations. Our paper was more tissue. Our pen didn't really write as well as we thought it would write. You know how you write and then all of a sudden you lose ink and it comes back. It's like, man. It's writing, but it's not the pen you want. And that's what we got to realize. Now, I said it and I'll say it again, and I feel confident in saying this throughout the season. Our best team gets on the field after offense. And it looks like it's going to be that way again. Just by precision in the playmaking. Because you can see good coaching and excellent practices in your second string too. You see what I'm saying? You could tell. It's like, oh, these guys got it. It's like the back of their hand. It's not there offensively yet. We're going to see. He looks healthy. That's why I kept saying in the last show, he's healthy. Amen. Because we're going to need his playmaking ability to do things. We're going to need Patterson to stay short so that he can hide behind people and get those extra yards. We're going to need McKissick to, when it's time for dink and dunk, when he gets it, he can, get that yak after the dink and dunk. And, Terry, who's going to be double. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Samuels gets on the field so that he can relieve the double team. And hopefully, Fitzmagic and Humphreys are practicing right now, tonight, at 9:30 and tossing the ball to each other so they can find some rhythm, because I didn't see it. I did not see it. And so with all that being said, no, we're not, because we need the offense to score. The defense is going to shut it down. Even I was very impressed with our second and third string that stopped the first string offense of Baltimore from getting into the end zone. Made him kick a field goal. I was like, see, Del Rio is coaching, Al. Del Rio. Now, I still haven't seen Turner out. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's not going to show his play. Nobody going to play their hand right now. So I'm giving him name, but I'm just like, even the little vanilla stuff is like, it's janky. It's not necessarily precision, Big Al. You see it, and I'm not letting up. I'm staying on him. And then again, all the money, we pushed all our chips in, fellas, on Sugarfoot. All the chips is in.
Sure did.
So when we play the Chargers, we play the Chargers, and the game is tight, 35-yarder. Here comes Sugarfoot. How y'all feeling?
All right, here, I'm going to answer the question, man. I'm going to answer DMV Sports 3. I'm the only positive one of the fellas. The rest of these fellas are still down and out. They depressed. They still remember their old baggage. They got this baggage they carrying around for years and years. But I have let the baggage go. And the person I let the baggage go with is my man, Scott Turner. He got some tricks in his bag for us, guys. We haven't seen the offense yet. He's been holding the offense back
for 2 years.
We still haven't seen that offense we keep talking about.
We haven't seen it. The LA Chargers is going to see our offense. Here it come, baby. Here it come. We got something in the bag. So I am on us. I think that we are what we think we are, which is good. Actually, I foresee, at least a 9-7, 10-8, something like that. Somewhere around there. Maybe even no less than a wild card position. No less than a wild card position. But we're gonna probably win the division. That's what I see. And I see my man Scott Turner breaking records. He's a guru. Y'all haven't seen it yet. He's gonna bring it all out for us. The screens.
You mean 45s and 33s? You ain't talking about football records. You talking about he got the Beatles collection that he's trying to get rid of.
No. We're gonna put up 28 to 32 points.
High five albums.
Did you hear me? Hey, DMV Sports 3.
Ain't nobody hearing that.
Big Al.
I listen to Big Al. What you talking about?
28 to 32 points a game. I don't care who's quarterbacking. I don't care if it's Fitzmagic, Heineke, or Allen. 28 to 32 points a game, baby. Here it comes. Hey, y'all. Hey, fans. Get excited. Here we come, baby. First game. We're going to see it. LA.
Hey, Trey. LA, it's like your boy said the other day. He ain't even had a drink yet.
He ain't even drinking yet. He's
water, baby.
That's right.
Hey, look. There it is. 53-man roster. The talent is there now. We have our talent. We're going to show.
See, now, this is listed. Baby. This is listed in order as the number 1, number 2, number 3. And that's why I said Curtis Samuel was going to be on the field before Humphreys is on the field. This is their order. This is their draft.
What?
So,
Deacon,
so wait a minute. Humphreys is not even.
He right here.
Oh, I see him. All right.
Yeah.
He behind Brown.
Who's amazing? He's going to be amazing. I predict that's my surprise. No, not really surprise, but He lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
He did. Now, solid. He's solid.
Yeah. Now these two cornerbacks on the bottom down here, these two guys were a surprise.
Yeah.
Troy Apke and Darryl Roberts. But whatever.
Special
Shout
teams,
out.
They don't need to get on the field.
Special
Shout out
teams.
to Torrey McTyer. I hope that whatever injury that I think it was a concussion, right?
Yeah, he just had a concussion.
They know just because we've had bad situations with guys with concussions, man. So I'm hoping that all that guy, he balled out this preseason. He's another solid player that stuck out. And but he was a surprise because nobody knew who he was, and he proved that he can get out there and ball. I would feel better when he's fully healthy to back up any of those guys. Fuller, Jackson on St. Jude's.
He is Jimmy Moreland from last year.
Yeah, he is. He pretty much is. And so yeah, it's good to see Ioannidis and Settle back on the squad. Shakatoni was a surprise. I agree. And then going down here to safeties, the safeties did step up, Big Al. That your safeties, Collins, Curl, McCain, who's going to probably start over Cameron, and DeShazier, the laser. If you want to see a real laser, Washington football team has a laser. His name is DeShazier. He is my man. I'm so glad. Nobody talked about him all preseason. He was kind of quiet.
He didn't really do nothing.
He did it. You know what? He does it on that field. People get carted off with Mr. DeShazier.
Deacon, he's the special teams guy too. They picked him, Captain Martinez.
Stop it. Stop it. That is a baller.
Two safeties and two cornerbacks on the special teams.
Stop it.
Yeah, special teams, baby.
Stop. Now, the guy under him is Forrest, but not him, man. Come on, man. And then you have the specialist. This is the guy that's going to get all these guys down here going to give us, except for Tressway, going to give us high blood pressure. And that's your boy. Well, Cheeseman, it seems like he's Mr. Long Snapper apparent.
Cheeseman doing his job.
Yeah, he's
doing
but
his job.
Sugarfoot.
Yeah. Sugarfoot.
I just hope he ain't got too much sugar in the tank this year. Trying to make some field goals, baby.
Hey, it's going to be a great season. I'm excited. Next week, guys, we're going to be talking about the LA Chargers and how we're going to beat them and what my man Scott Turner is going to do. How is he going to go deep on them? He's going to drop that bomb on the southeast corner and how we're going to run the ball on them. So we're going to talk about that next week. So look forward to next week's show, guys, that we're going to talk about how we're going to beat the San Diego Chargers.
And everybody's going to be on a even kill with the pick that we will win.
That's right.
Everybody's going to be feeling better next
Right. That's right. That's right.
That's
That's
just
right.
a
Everybody's
no-brainer.
going to be feeling better next
That's
week.
a W for real. We going to take that. Hey. Take us home.
All right. We see y'all, guys. We love
you
y'all.
talking about soccer or something else. Huh?
Bye, y'all. Bye. We going to the left. Bye.
We ain't talking about win bikes or nothing, man. The chess team. TC.